Hello students, this is Sir Murtaza and welcome you to another lecture of physics. So let's start. So first we will talk about the agenda for this lecture video, that what topics we are going to discuss in this lecture. We are going to discuss the following SLOs: state refraction and laws of refraction of light, calculate the refractive index. So in this lecture we will talk about a new topic which is refraction, and also we will be talking about the laws of refraction of light, and also we will be talking about refractive index. So previously what we have learned was reflection. Okay, so don't be confused with reflection and refraction. In reflection, what happens is the light rays strike to a medium, and after striking it comes back to it comes back to the same medium, or you could say that light bounced back. Okay, while in refraction the process is little different. So let's talk about it. So what is refraction of light? The process of bending of light as it enters from one medium to another medium is called refraction of light. Okay, in refraction of light, what happens is the light rays bends when it enters from one medium to another medium. Okay, so in this process the light ray passes through one medium to another. It does not reflect back, it passes through the medium, and while passing through one medium to another the light rays bends. How? This bending is caused due to the differences in density between the two substances. Why this bending occurs? This bending occurs due to the differences in density between the two substances, and the two substances that we will be talking about is air and water. Okay, air and water has different densities. Because of the difference in densities, the light rays bends. Now here is the diagram. In this diagram you can see this is the incident ray. Okay, and this area is one medium. For example, this is the air. Okay, and this shaded area is the water. Okay, this is the water, and what happens is when the light ray, this is water. Okay, now what happens is if the incident ray strikes to the other medium, instead of going straight, it bends. You can see the direction of the light changes. So this change in the direction of the light, or the bending of light, is actually called the refraction of light. So in refraction of light, the light rays bends while entering from one medium to another medium. So here you can see that this is angle I. Okay, and this is angle R, which is angle of refraction. So this is the example of refraction of light, in which we have seen that the light rays bends when it enters from one medium to another medium. Now an example: bending of pencil in water is due to refraction of light. You may have observed this, that if you keep the pencil in a water, so you see that it's the part of the pencil which is inside the water, it doesn't appear to be at the same position. It appears to be little disturbed. So this disturbed position of the pencil when you dip it in a water is because of the refraction of light, because light rays bends. Okay, so this is an example due to which you can see that the pencil is disturbed when you the position of the pencil is disturbed when you put the pencil inside a water, and this is because of refraction of light. So simple refraction of light is a process of bending of light when light enters from one medium to another. Now laws of refraction. So there are some laws of refraction. The first one is the incident ray, the refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. The second is the ratio of the sine angle of incidence, angle I, to the sine angle of refraction, angle R, is always equal to a constant. Mathematically you can write it as sine angle I upon sine angle R is equal to n. So these are the laws of refraction, in which the first law states that the incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. Okay, and the second is the ratio of the sine angle of incidence. Okay, here you might be wondering that what sine is. So you have seen in the scientific calculator probably that sine, cosine, and tangent. So sine is a trigonometric identity whenever you will learn about right angle triangles, so there you will learn in detail about sine. But for this lecture, you just have to remember that sine is a trigonometric identity, and this trigonometric identity is used whenever we learn about trigonometry, or you could say about right angle triangle. So just you have to remember the points of laws of refraction. Okay, so these are the laws of refraction. And here one more thing, that the ratio sine angle I upon sine angle R is known as the refractive index. So one more thing in the SLO I have written is, what is refractive index? If anyone or in the exams, if anyone asks you about refractive index, so what you have to write the second point. The second point is the ratio of the sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction. This ratio is actually called as the refractive index. Okay, so this is about refractive index, and it is also called as Snell's law. Okay, understood? Now refractive index, so I have also written its definition: the ratio of the sine angle of incidence to the sine angle of refraction. This was the second point of the laws of refraction. Now mathematically you can write it as n equals to sine angle I upon sine angle R. So this is refractive index. So this is it for this lecture video. In this lecture we have talked about a new topic, which is refraction of light, and also we have talked about refractive index. So this is it for this lecture. Hopefully we'll meet very soon in our next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.